Hello guys, NautoAce here, and I want to give my thoughts on the Pokemon Present that happened in February. And yes, I am very late. Now, I want to give my personal thoughts about this because it might be different than others. But of course, we have to talk about the elephant in the room. This main highlight for this Pokemon Present is really, well, Pokemon Sleep with the Pokemon Go Plus Plus. So, I mean, it is what it is, the reaction, but still, there are some that actually say, oh, I'm cool, I'm excited. And heck, they even pre-ordered the Pokemon Go Plus Plus. But I'll explain that later, should you get one or not. I'm going to give my thoughts on the presentation. Some of them may be quick, some of them, of course, not. But the biggest one for me, of course, is Pokemon Sleep. And, of course, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC. No surprise, but I'll give my explanation, my thoughts about that later. So first of all, Pokemon Championship 2023-2024. No, of course, it's going to have one. And this time, the finals are going to be on Japan. Again, for people who are basically doing this as a living, a career, more power to you. Awesome. So, I mean, nothing else to say. It's just interesting there. And then the next one is not really for me, but I guess if you collect Pokemon cards and you're inspired because of Logan Paul, then yes, they call it the Pokemon Cards Classic. And it looks like some sort of like exotic set. And apparently all the cards are based on first gen. And they're re-releasing them just more shiny. So again, is it for me? Not really. But heck, if you're someone who's a fan of the Pokemon card game and you want to get the first edition or the very first design, the very first series, here you go. And then Netflix and Pokemon Company is going to have a show called Pokemon Concierge, and it's a sort of a stop motion video, and it's all about Pokemon in Resort. Again, I don't know, is it interesting? For me, well, I have to check it out. I've been enjoying, believe it or not, the Pokemon Journey anime on Netflix because at least it's easier to keep up versus Sun and Moon on Disney, because a lot of people did say they had a hard time keeping up with it. But again, you gotta give props to Netflix with Pokemon Journey. I do enjoy it. So we're gonna have to wait probably 2 months for the final batch for Ultimate Journey. But again, it is what it is. There, of course, in Japan, they're already introducing the new anime. And all I can say about that one is, so far, it is sort of interesting, but it's a wait and see for me there. So the next one I want to give really quicks on are the mobile game first. So the first one is Pokemon Unite. Now the legendary Zacian is now in Pokemon Unite. That's sort of interesting in my part. The game is fun, but like I said, for me, you know, it is what it is. I play it in the casual level. Then the next one is Paldean Pokemon are making an appearance in Pokemon Cafe Remix. Of course, the starter there, Fuecoco, Sprigatine, and Quaxley. So again, you like this game, there it is. Again, same deal, not really interested with the game. And of course, the bonus part is that they're going to also sort of release 5-star chef that you can get throughout the event. Again, it is what it is. I tried it. Not really my cup of tea. And then also they showed Pokemon Masters EX, introducing new champion, new storyline. Nothing much about it. If you like the game, it's not that bad. It is sort of interesting for what it is. They basically now introduce championship version of Bebe, Marley, and Hop from the Galar region, and each one of them is going to have a Galarian bird Pokemon. And if you know what I'm talking about, it's the legendary bird Pokemon from Kanto, but Galarian version. And now the main event for this one is, first of all, I want to give my thoughts on Pokemon Sleep. So they really talk more in detail about Pokemon Sleep. So technically, it's for people who don't know what it is. It's a app program that measure your sleep, encourage you to sleep properly to some extent. And again, for the casuals, kind of like Pokemon Smile, encourage you to brush your teeth. Pokemon Sleep encourage you to sleep properly. So they showed a trailer and then they showed how the game works. And for what it is, for now, it is sort of, in my personal opinion, sort of interesting. But I'm not really in tune. I know I joke about the Pokemon Sleep, but the main reason why I kind of sort of harp on that one is Pokemon Go Plus Plus, the peripheral. So they also introduced that one. You can use it for Pokemon Sleep and Pokemon Go. And if you use that for Pokemon Go, you actually get a Snorlax with a sleeping cap. Again, probably most of you probably not going to give a care about it, but there are some, believe it or not, who are very, very hardcore in tune to Pokemon Go. Some kind of use it just to get additional Pokemon. Cool, nothing wrong with that. But there are some, believe it or not, that they actually want to get all the Pokemon in Pokemon Go. I know it's crazy to some extent, but again, hey, more power to you. And of course, there's also Pokemon Go Championship for some. Again, so for me personally, I kind of use it to some extent to kind of build on my character there, but mostly because I just want to transfer my Pokemon to home, and then I can use it on the Switch Pokemon games there. And again, now I'm going to talk more about the Pokemon Go Plus Plus, should you get one of this. So, to some extent, if you have the Pokemon Go Plus that came out a long time ago, and you don't care about Pokemon Sleep, then you probably want to just use that one. And if you say, well, I have a Pokemon Ball, can I use that one? Yeah, because I'm also using the Pokemon Ball. Unfortunately, there are some sort of like caveat to it, and one of them is it doesn't do auto-catching with Pokemon. Auto-catching on Pokemon stop, but not on Pokemon with the Pokeball. I mean, the whole point with the Pokeball is you're supposed to use it with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, and that's it. I know, kind of weird, but that's what Nintendo Pokemon Company is. Now, if you're interested with Pokemon Sleep and you do play heavily in Pokemon Go, then you might want to try getting this. It's $54.99. Yeah, it's very expensive, but it has better features versus the Pokemon Go. So like I said before, if you use the Pokemon Go Plus Plus, you connect it with Pokemon Sleep and Pokemon Go, you get a Snorlax with the cap. Again, for some, probably going to say, okay, can I even bring that to Violet and Scarlet? Probably not, but for some, they probably like that. Again, second, it has new features apparently. So not only can auto catch Pokemon and item, now you can also adjust which Pokeball you're gonna use. So with the Pokeball Plus, I have to use the Pokeball, the basic one. From what I understand, it was the same goes with the Pokemon Go Plus. Now, with the Pokemon Go Plus Plus, you can also now use Great and Ultra Ball as an option. So it makes it very easy who plays Pokemon Go very, very heavily. So there you go. So if you don't care about Pokemon Go or Pokemon Sleep, then you don't need to get the Pokemon Go Plus Plus. It's really not going to do anything good. And you say, well, I want to use it for Pokemon Go. That's fine if you want to use the new features. But to some extent, again, the Pokemon Go Plus should be suffice. Unless you're playing both Pokemon Go and Pokemon Sleep, you're probably not going to need this peripheral for it. But again, it's up to you. Watch reviews, try it out, listen to people who have it on YouTube. You get the idea there. So now, closing with this one is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC. No surprise. So this DLC is not going to come out in the second half of 2023. So they said the first part is in fall, the second half is in winter. Again, whatever, get it or not, it's up to you. But they are addressing that they are fixing the game. But again, the Pokemon Company, Game Freaks, you better fix the game for the DLC's out. If you release the DLC and the game is still buggy as hell, then you're going to have some problem there. So what is the DLC? So the first part is something to do with the fable tale of Momotaro. Know about that folktale story? Go for it. And then the second half is supposed to be that you're going to go as an exchange student to a new academy and you're going to battle new trainers. Again, you just have to wait and see, because if you notice on this presentation, there is no gameplay. Just a bunch of artwork and teasers, so you know that there's something wrong there. Again, it is what it is. There, my thoughts about that one. Right now, I can't really be excited with the DLC because the game is buggy as hell, and apparently there's going to be another big patch is going to come at end of April. Yeah, there was some problem, and apparently some people, instead of getting those new Paradox Pokemon. They got an egg. Because I finished, believe it or not, Scarlet, so I was able to get Walking Wake. Got that one. So, yippee me, I guess. So there have been stories about people getting like egg rather than the Paradox Pokemon. And then the big one here, that's why I'm taking a break from playing the game, is apparently your file can be corrupted, and a lot of people said that they lost like hours and hours of work, and that sucks. So I'm not even touching it right now. And some people say it probably could be because you connected with Pokemon Go. Yes, you can finally do that now. And apparently some people also said because they bought the DLC, also the same thing, because they do give you some sort of pre-order bonus. But like I said, for me, I'm gonna wait and see what's gonna happen there. So according to Pokemon Company, apparently that someone said that it probably not to be the case. It probably some coding error. They don't know. They're trying to figure it out. For me, I'm just gonna wait until they fix all this shit, because it's really just sad there. So, thoughts on this presentation? Like I said, the main highlight is Pokemon Sleep with the Pokemon Go Plus. So, do I care about Sleep? To some extent, no. But I want to see the Pokemon Go Plus because I did never ever bought the Pokemon Go Plus. Because at the time I wasn't really into the Pokemon Go until I was able to transfer them from home to the Switch Pokemon games. That's why. So I'm going to wait and see if it's worth it or not. But like I said, if you play Pokemon Go and you're very excited with Pokemon Sleep, then you might want to get the Pokemon Go Plus. And as for the DLC, yes, no surprise, but they better fix the game, like seriously, because right now a lot of Pokemon players who played Scarlet and Violet are very frustrated, and it's gonna suck. And hopefully if they're ever gonna do a new game that they learn their lesson, but we just have to wait and see there. So those are my thoughts on the Pokemon Present. Yes, it wasn't really that exciting. I knew a lot of people were gonna complain because the lack of gameplay for the DLC, and they heavily focus on Pokemon Sleep. No surprise. It is what it is. With that, I'll see you guys later.